everyone, and welcome to our weekly meditation. WeAwake meditation. Thank you for being here again. And if you're here for the first time, well, welcome, welcome, welcome. And we decided on this some years ago when the whole team got together at our home in the wilderness of Utah, and somebody said, "Well, why don't we do?" Instead of just an I awake where we individually meditate, we do a we awake, and that's why we do it. And there seems to be a field created when we meditate together, and that's been verified scientifically, even without the technology that we use. So it seems to be even more powerful when we use this technology. So this technology is to help us evolve and help us to stay awake. And this particular one is called Vaporize Performance Anxiety. It's only a brief 20 minutes, but it's a very powerful, relaxing brainwave entrainment track that gets one ready to perform on the stage of your life, whatever that might be. And I have been called and continually called to speak and talk and lecture and converse with some of the smartest people on the planet. So there could be a lot of anxiety there on my part, but I just try to get out of the way and fake it till I make it. And Spirit seems to be faithful and come through. And the funny thing is, I'm like many folks that meditate, I'm a real introvert, but I've been called to exhibit extrovert gifts. So that's a challenge. So prayer and meditation have been the key to my being able to do what I've been called to do in this part of my life, and it's been wonderful. It feels like a real grace and a real blessing and a real instance of entering into the flow, and that's what we want to achieve when we're doing whatever we're supposed to be doing. And you know what your particular gifts are, and not everybody is gifted in all different fields. We have different specialties, and if we heed the callings, and we develop those gifts so that we can share them with others. And we also need each other, because I've never met anybody who can do everything, and I can do a very few things pretty well, but otherwise I need a lot of support and tribe to help me do what I've got to do in the world. So, but anyway, let's anything that you're having to do in your life right now, whether it's professionally or spiritually or otherwise, let's just move into that and hold in your consciousness anything that might be holding you back from fully performing and fully getting out of the way and becoming, as a Native American teacher once said, a hollow bone that spirit can just flow through. And those are some of the best experiences you can have as a human being, when you know you're just being used as an instrument of our higher power, which resides where? In each and every one of us and all around us, everywhere. So let's hope this will help open our eyes to see that and feel that and participate that, not just in being, but also in becoming and generating and evolving and moving and giving and sharing in our lives. So without further ado, let's do this. So sit up straight. Relax your shoulders, relax your back, relax your tongue, relax your eyes. And see if you can slow down your breathing to 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out. Yeah. Focus on that. Let's roll this. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks, Louis, for selecting that Vaporize Performance Anxiety. It's a very powerful track, very beautiful, and reminded me when I used to, and hopefully we'll still have the opportunity to body surf. And I used to surf when I was a kid, but then I left home at an early age and traveled around the world and couldn't haul a surfboard around with me. So I learned to become the surfboard. And I'm looking at the waves behind Sabi over here. And you find a place where the waves are right. And you kind of tell they curl. And waves come in sets. And you just kind of hang out. And after a while, you can kind of sense in which is the best wave in the set or the best couple of waves. And it approaches and you want to position yourself just right. And then it begins to draw you into the wave. And that's when you leap forth and you don't ride a surfboard. You become the surfboard, you become the wave. And you're just launch forth and you were it. And it's pretty amazing. It's pretty close to God in those moments. Not just no separation. And that's what these flow states are like. And a lot of course, it takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes practice, and it takes stick-to-itiveness and grit to reach the level of performance that we want to get to. And I started playing a lead guitar when I was 50 years old, and I'd been playing acoustic guitar, just playing chords and singing and this sort of thing. But I always really wanted to play electric guitar, like my heroes, my guitar heroes, when I was growing up, like Eric Clapton, and Jimi Hendrix, and B.B. King, and Albert King, and all these guys. And I didn't know if I could, if I had the ability to do that. So I wanted to partially as an experiment in practice. Could I, at the rather older age of 50 years old, pick up a new skill and achieve anything like that? And I did. And I practiced a lot. And of course, I'd always have my guitar next to my desk on a stand. So when I wasn't busy doing something, I could just pick up the guitar and go to YouTube. And there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of lessons of every style at every level, from beginner to master classes, and just steal everything you possibly can from all these great guitar players that are, or borrow or incorporate, however you want to say that. Somebody said that, what is it? Anyway, that masters steal outright, but you absorb all this stuff, and then finally, when it comes down to it, it comes through you in your own unique expression. And Jimi Hendrix, there's on my wall of my other office, there's a quote of him. He says, "I'm not a technical guitar player. I just play emotion and truth." And that's what seems to come through. And I've been recording an album over the last year, and I have most of all except one track recorded. And now you have to go back and mix and do all these different things. I'm in the American South right now, and that's where I record the album. And this area is just brimming with good musicians. This was the home of the jazz and blues and gospel and rock and roll. A lot of it came from Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, all these areas. So we got musicians together, and they said, "Okay, follow me, men." And boom, they were right there. And I'd never told them. It was the first time I'd ever played lead guitar in a recording, and they just accepted me as a really good lead guitarist. And that's something that I'm kind of proud of, because I it was a test of whether all my talking and yapping about practice could be put to something demonstrable, such as playing electric, lead, blues, influence, lead guitar. And the answer is yes. And becomes a passion. And I have a niece that's just started on that journey too. I gave her one of my guitars for Christmas, and I said, "You can make sure you put it next to your desk, the guitar stand, and start playing and start practicing." And she does. She's gotten, the eye of the tiger, and she sent me some recordings. And it's simple, but there's so much beauty and passion. Carlos Santana, who says he was amazed that he could take one note and just move an audience or move a crowd or a group of people into a whole other state of consciousness just by one note. So yeah, so those are the states that we get to in whatever whether we're singers or musicians or writers or parents or policemen or whatever it might be. Those are the states that we need to get to through our dedication and practice. And of course, I would say that brain entrainment could be a huge help in getting us into these deeper states of consciousness where we can let go of our neurotic fears of failure and just let it come through us in a powerful way. And again, it's one of the most satisfying things in life. You know, you're just pouring out and it's coming through you and you're there, but you're not in the way. You're participating in this unfolding, evolutionary unfolding that's coming through you. So practice, whatever it might be that you, who was it said? I think Diane Hamilton said that practice is the cultivation of whatever you want to cultivate through repetition. It's going over and over and over. And then you can become an instrument to be played by a higher hand, a higher power. And that's incredibly beautiful. So anyway, with that, I guess that's enough for today. And thank you for showing up again. And the only reason we kept doing this is because we've got such good feedback from you guys. So that inspires us. So please let us know how these practice sessions, they are practicing meditation together as a group, how the impact it's having on you. And we listen to that stuff. And it has a huge effect in how we do our business here and what we do. So thank you for your participation and happy holy days. And I hope it's a blessed time for all. And it's fast approaching. So we'll see you on the other side. God bless.